had choices since the day that I was born. There were voices that told me right from wrong. If I had listened, no, I wouldn't be here. With the choices I made.
Week 15, playoff week 1. Hello, Thomas.
What's up, fellas? We're all living and dying with the choices we're going to make this week. I would like to quit smiling at Ryan and introduce the sponsor for this week. I'd like to say at this point, a good friend of mine, Jed, from Ithaca, however the hell you say it, Ithaca, New York, he gave me a call up on Monday and he said, "Hey, I hear you guys are running one of those fancy football podcasts." And I said, "Yeah, how'd you hear about that?" And he said, my lady friend, Judy, she watches your show every week. I said, "Get the fuck out of here, Jed." And he said, "Yeah." And he said, "I actually got a brewing company down here in New York, and I want you to have me as your sponsor this week." And I said, "Sure, man, send it down." So on Thursday, we got this in. It's today, Thursday. We got it in this morning. And he said, "Look, tell all your viewers that for the next 3 weeks, you fellas are going to have to be pretty witty if you want to win a championship." I said, "Damn, Jed, you're pretty witty yourself, buddy." And he said, "Have a good one."
Well, you tell Jed I need a fucking 18 pack on Sunday.
I tell you, he has really got his, I don't know what you want to call it, recipe. He's got it down. This is damn good beer.
All right, Thomas.
So we're going to break up right here, right into the matchups. We're going to start out with the Tots versus Funny Guy. The Tots have been to the playoffs 9 times now, Super Bowl 4 times, and they've won 3 of them. Funny Guy has been to the playoffs 9 times also. He's been to 3 Super Bowls, and he has come away with 1 championship. Current projections in this matchup are 98 for the Tots, 106 for Funny Guy. And like we discussed last week when these two teams faced off, it was 10-5 back then. Now it's 11-5. Funny Guy always wins these close matchups. So to break down this week, I mean, you look at Funny Guy has players at every position in the top 10. Some of them multiple players. The guy scores in the 120s week in, week out. Has just dominated. Best record ever for a regular season. He just can't seem to lose. I mean, Ryan, what do you have to say?
I think
It doesn't matter what Ryan has to say because this is the playoffs, baby. And one of these teams is due for a bad week. And I would say it might be Funny Guy since the guy has not literally had a bad game all year. I think the fellas do. And I think the Tots pull the upset by 4.3.
You know, Thomas, I think if you spoke to every one of those teams, all 8 teams, they're all a little nervous.
Oh, everybody's
Give
got
a
a little
fuck
bit
what
of
the
nerves.
records are. They're a little nervous.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. So what do you think?
About that game?
Yeah, you know, I mean, I got a little antsy there and interrupted, but what do you think?
I think Funny Guy wins this by 18.
Oh, okay. Well, that's murder. Okay. We got the 8-6 Bunkin' Ain't Easy versus the 8-6 Fear the Turtle. And Bunkin' has made it to the playoffs now for 10 years. Very impressive.
Ding, 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 ding. This is the game of the week.
The Turtles, they have also made it 10 years. Bunkin' has never made the championship game. Been close at least 3 times, maybe 4. Fear has. He made it to Super Bowl 2, and he came away the winner of that one. So, like I said, current projections, 96 for Bunk, 93 for Fear, 7-4 all time for Fear, and he's won at least the last 2 matchups, maybe the last 3. So I'm kind of thinking he might be a little due, and depending on what happens to Tyreek Hill this week with that bum ankle, I'm leaning towards Bunkin' Ain't Easy to also get an upset and win by 3.7.
So Thomas, I think this game's going to be so close. My prediction on this was going to be the exact opposite of whatever you said.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take Fear the Turtle to win this by only 2.5.
All right, now we move on to the AFC side. And we got some bangers on this side too, boys. We got the 8-6 Primetime versus the 9-5 White Lightning Black Hammer. Prime has made the playoffs 7 times, and he has not been in the full 13 years. I think he missed probably the first 4.
3 or 4.
I mean, the guy's on a run. He knows what he's doing. He's been to the Super Bowl 3 times, and he's won 1 of them. I believe his very first year in the league, he took home a championship.
I think you're right. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And White Lightning Black Hammer, you know, we've been joking around, giving him a little bit of bullshit here last little bit of a few years, and poking a lot at the beginning of the season, and I would say he was pretty offended. So he came in strong this year, but when I was looking all these stats up, they've been in 9 years. So very impressive. No championship appearances, but to just have your name in the hat 9 times, that's saying a lot. The current projections are 99 to 106 in favor of White Lightning Black Hammer. Looking at it and looking at that roster, if everything comes together, and I know it won't happen this week, but if he can advance and he gets Taylor back, or they, I should say, because there's multiple, I think they got a shot, and I'm going to take them to win this week. White Lightning Black Hammer, that is, by 7.
I'm sorry. I have to ask you a question. Something's bothering me.
Okay?
What is that thing on your wrist?
It's a Fitbit.
Oh, okay. I've never seen one like that.
Why, do you think it looks like a lady's watch?
Yeah, a little bit. But that's okay.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Do you think you're going to take it off now?
No, I don't care. I need it. It counts my steps.
Okay, so I'm going to take White Lightning Black Hammer to win this game by not a large margin, not a small margin. Let's say 12.8.
I must say that was very effective. I feel less of a man now. Thank you. I'll have to go buy the biggest Fitbit that they have. Our last matchup is the Bulldogs at 8-6 versus the Hawk Stars at 9-5. The Bulldogs have made 6 playoff appearances, 1 Super Bowl, and they won it. I got to say, since they added Bradley as their talent evaluator a few years ago, they've really increased their playoffs since he's been a part of that team. Hawk Stars keeping pace with everybody else. 9 playoff appearances. He did go to the Super Bowl back in Super Bowl 3. And unfortunately, he didn't make it through on that one. The guy, Warriors, was it Warriors 26?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a freaking crazy game from a few players, and he won it. So that's unfortunately how it goes. But he made it, and that's a big deal. Current projections. This is gonna be a barn burner here. This is a close damn game.
Very.
100 for the Bulldogs, 105 for the Hawk Stars. I think that 2.5 comes into play, and I think he wins by 4.
And the 2.5 really doesn't come into play that often.
Would you say that you would rather have the 2.5?
Yes, I would say that for sure.
Yeah.
And it's nice that that's on there in the first round it's just something else for the division winners besides the money. So I like it, and Bulldogs win this in a close matchup by 2.8.
Yeah, and you know, not to harp on this too long, we'll make it short and sweet here. Most of the time, those 1 and 2s get knocked off. So the 2.5 is to try to limp you along to where your team can make it a little further. And it's an advantage for winning your division. So that's kind of the point of that. I wanted to give a shout out to everybody from last week. You know, on the NFC side, there was 4 teams trying to get those last 3 spots, and every single one of them lost. So those 3 teams, Child's Play, Thug Nasty, and Refuse to Lose, that was their playoff week. And to their credit, they took advantage of it. They knocked everybody off. So for the teams on the NFC side, other than Funny Guy, we're all playing on borrowed money right now, because if anybody would have won, the playoffs would be completely different on this side. It was that close. And that's what we like about this league. We have damn good teams, from the top team year in and year out to the bottom team. We all are good fantasy players. We all have good teams. We have good drafts. And it sucks when you have to come down to a conference tiebreaker. It's only happened twice this year, and it's been probably 8 years since the last time it happened. But when you got that many teams and winning records, we didn't have teams coming down with losing records. They were winning records. So that's unfortunately the way it happens. But kudos to Child's Play for high score. Hey, you're not in the playoffs, but you got yourself $60 and you knocked the team out in the process. So that's a playoff victory in my eyes. Although it doesn't go down for that, I owe him one.
Mm-hmm.
6, 7, 2, whatever it is, years from now, you might need me to knock somebody off, and
true.
I'll hope I knock them off.
That's true.
I want to give a quick shout out to some other leagues where we have teams in them that we know of. Thug Nasty runs his own league. It's called the Champions League, and me and Ryan are together. We reformed the Bald Hawks that we had originally.
Number 4 seed, Ray.
Yeah, 4-game winning streak. We got in on the skin of our fucking teeth like we always do.
Well, we had to win the last 3 games.
We had to win the last 4.
3 or 4 games, yeah.
So we're on a streak, and we can make a little bit of noise in this thing. We're the 4. We play a team called the Fantasy Chubs, and Thug Nasty himself is the 2 seed in that league. So good luck to everybody in that league. And then there's another league that we do that's a family league that we're in. And
Have family.
what?
You talking about Nate's?
Well, yeah. And you know, the only people in this league that are remaining in that one is the number 4 Primetime and the number 5 Bunkin' Ain't Easy. They play each other
It's too
this
bad
week.
they play each other.
It is, because I think they would both advance against those sorry fucks that are in that league.
Yeah.
And I just want to give a shout out to Primetime.
Damn, he's got to play. They got to play each other in both leagues.
No, they don't.
Bunk and Josie.
No, this is Primetime.
Prime. My bad.
Primetime, for a little bit of context in that league, he's been in that league for 5 years. He's won the league 4 of those 5 years. Not first place, won the freaking whole thing. That's a hell of a thing to do.
And this is a 12-man league, and not everybody leaves the draft with a Super Bowl team.
No, he knows what he's doing. And then you're in a league with Javon.
Yeah, Javon has a little family league that I've done for 3 years. I've won it twice. If you're looking for free money, give him a call. He's always looking for a team or 2.
And then, I want to end this with, best of luck to everybody. At this point, it's who has the luckiest 3 weeks. Everybody in here can win it. We have 3 teams that don't have their name on the plaque that are currently in it. It would be amazing to see one of those 3 actually go home and get their name added to the new plaque that we'll have after this year. And go on and visit Jed down there in New York. Get yourself a bottle of Pretty Witty. You drink 12. I'd say it takes about 12 of these.
12 for sure.
And I think after the 12th one, you might say some shit that really isn't witty.
Probably not.
But it's all in good fun, So
All right,
drink
Thomas,
12.
you want to touch base on the party? End of the year party?
Yeah, so it's going to be week 18 of the NFL season, and it's going to be on that Saturday, and they'll have games.
Yeah, I'm going to try to get a TV down here.
Yeah.
We'll get something worked out. I don't have a time yet. I don't really care.
I would say like between noon and 1 is what we should shoot for.
All right, let's do 1.
Yeah. And then, at least be able to watch one game together, talk some shit together, talk regular football, talk fantasy football, talk.
I need y'all to RSVP though because it's not like the draft where we have a split 8 here and a split 8 here. It's going to be everybody all coming in at one time. So my caterer needs to know how many people are coming to prepare the food, and we need to know how much beer to get as well.
Right.
Other than that, all I have is there's no more high score payouts.
Nope.
The only payouts left, I just gave Tommy divisions for Dean and
Buster. No. Dean and
Steve.
And Steve.
I got mine, and I'm hooking Josie up with his tomorrow. Other than that, the only other payouts we have is $1,500 for first and $340 for second place. Guys, give me 7 days for the winners of that, unless you have PayPal, Zelle, Venmo. Those are the 3 I have. But if you want cash, give me 7 days and maybe even 10. So, because I'll probably have to meet Tommy somewhere and you're gonna get your money. Just give me a couple days to get it if you want cash. If not, hit me up and I'll send it out. I don't have Cash App. That's the only one I don't have.
Last thing I gotta say is choices, fellas. Choices. They're
It's
gonna
been
kill
fun.
it. We're gonna live and die with these choices we make the next 3 weeks. That's why we had that song. Next week we're gonna have a different one.
Thomas, if you don't win it all, who do you want to win it all?
Nobody.
But if you had to pick someone, who would it be?
Me.
But if it wasn't you and you had to pick somebody, then who would it be?
I really don't care. If it's not me, it doesn't matter to me. It's going to be one of the teams that has not won it. So I would pick Bunkin, Hawkstars, or Jason and Nick. The one thing I will say is to White Lightning Black Hammer, don't forget back there on September. What was that, like the 6th?
I don't know, but if that team wins it, it only counts as 0.5.
I want you to remember, around 1 o'clock in the morning, when there was 4 drunk motherfuckers on the phone talking trash. So I hope that part comes true, because I plan on keeping my promise. So I hope I see y'all's asses in the finals, just like I said a couple months ago.
We'll see you next week. Good luck, guys.
Good luck.